Could you tell me your name and the year you were born?
Marjorie Harris, 1921.
And were you born in Doncaster?
No, I was born in Leytonstone.
Which is?
East London.
And how did you come to Doncaster?
When my father worked for the railway at Stratford, and he got shifted to Doncaster when I was 15. And that's how I came to work at the railway.
And did he work at the plant works?
Yeah, drawing offices.
So he was a draftsman?
Yeah, draftsman.
So did he draw the plans for the engines?
Yes.
Yes. Did he ever bring his work home?
Oh, no.
So your father got you a job on the railway?
Yes, yes.
And what did you start off as doing, Marjorie?
In the sewing room. I started doing everything that all the other ladies had been doing in there before I joined. There were so many light sewing machines, and there were 3 heavier sewing machines for thicker work.
And what kind of things did you do with the light sewing machines, for example?
Piston sleeves.
Oh.
Don't ask me what they were used for, because they were made of Rexine and they wasn't very big. And you used to get, sometimes you could get through 100 of them in a day on the machine.
And you made cushions?
Cushions. They were made on the heavy machines.
Oh, I see.
Because it was thicker material and that piping in them.
I know you used to like doing a certain type of chair, didn't you?
Yeah, fluted.
I think we've got a picture of those here, haven't we?
Yes. Yeah, then the men used to stuff them down the pleats. Yes.
This picture here of this chair and the carriages.
They used to call them bucket chairs then.
And there was one machine that you didn't like working on, wasn't there?
You only had to go on that about once a year in turns, because there were very thick leather straps, and it used to go through like the thread used to go through like black tar.
Ooh.
And you used to get your hands all messed up. You had to. Sorry.
What were you actually making on that machine?
Straps.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they'd be the straps that coupled the engine.
Big buckle at the end.
Yes. And did you do things for the interior of the carriages, like pelmets and
no.
chair back covers?
No.
No.
They came, those what they called antimacassars in first class, came from another place, a firm.
Oh, right. And curtains?
Yes, we used to do curtains.
Did you? Yes. And did the curtains and cushions all coordinate?
No, not really.
No. Can you remember the colours of the fabrics that you used?
Pinks and blues and beige.
Did you have a particular fabric or colour that you liked?
I think the blues.
Was it heavy work, Marjorie? Was it tight?
Oh, it was heavy on the heavier machines, but I enjoyed it.
And while you were at the plant works, you met your husband, did you? Which department did he work in?
In the upholstery department.
And what did he do?
Oh, the sewing we did, it used to go down to the men, and then they used to have to nail it on the wooden frames and that, and stuff it.
And so was the material on big rolls?
Yes. It used to be cut out where I worked with the machines. There were 2 men used to do that.
So they had a pattern that they'd cut out the material, then you sewed it.
Sewed it.
And then
it went to down below.
Yes.
To where the upholsterers worked.
Yes. And then presumably it would then be fitted into the carriage.
Yes.
So it's a whole process. From start to finish, isn't it? Yes. So did any of the ladies do any of the cutting out?
No.
No.
No. Only men.
Just the men did that? It would be heavy work.
Yes, it would, with the big rolls of material.
Mm-hmm. And did you have a foreman in charge of you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is that a man or a lady?
Man.
A man. Mm-hmm.
And then you used to have a lady as well, but the man was the where you took your orders from.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any sewing skills before you started work there?
No, I could use a machine, but that was all, and I'd learnt sewing when I were at school and that.
Mm.
But I couldn't get a job in Doncaster doing alterations in shops, and that's how I got to the railway.
Mm, yes. What time did you start in the morning?
9 o'clock till 12:30, and then 1:30 to 4 o'clock. That was Monday to Friday.
Yes, yes. And now when the war started, did you carry on working there?
Yes. Shifts.
You had shifts then, did you?
6 o'clock in the morning till 2 afternoon 1 week, and then 2 till 10 at night the following week, and weekends.
So it would be dark when you were coming home then, wouldn't it?
Yes. And there were no buses in the morning where I lived. You had to walk all the way to the plant works, because they didn't start till 6 o'clock from town. And it wasn't very nice walking all along Bennettthorpe right through town at that time of morning, and you rarely saw anybody. You may see somebody on a bicycle, but that'd be all.
So did everybody at the plant works work shifts?
Yeah, oh yes.
What did you do during the war then?
Oh, we did them air covers. That was what I were sent for. I wasn't working one weekend, and somebody came to my parents and said I'd got to be at work at 6 o'clock on Sunday morning, and that continued during the war.
Yes. Can you describe what you were doing?
Well, the foreman had to go to Bruff's at Hull to get these patterns, and then he had to learn about them, and he cut them out, and then we had to do the sewing. There was only, I think, 2 of us that were picked for doing that sewing on those covers for the airplanes.
What sort of fabric would that be?
It was like waterproof material, and it was a khaki colour. Then it used to go into where they called the spray shop, and then it used to be stretched over the wings and that.
So you were actually making the fabric for the cover of
airplanes, yeah,
that were used in the war. Was that something that the plant works took on?
No, only during the war that was.
During the war, yes. Did they take extra women on?
No,
in order to do this?
No.
They just used the existing stuff?
Well, there was no more machines and that were already there, so.
Yes. So they stopped making the upholstery for the carriages and started doing...
That war. No, there were still some people doing the railway work, but there were only 2 of us doing that aircraft sewing.
Can you remember what you got paid, Marjorie, when you first started?
When I was on, I think I worked 1 weekend first. And when I got my wage, I said, I've got a £5 note, and it were those big white ones. It was the first time I'd ever had a £5 note in my wages.
And that was for a week's wages?
Week's wage, yeah. Oh.
And did you have to wear anything special to work?
We just had to wear an apron.
Anything on your head?
No.
No.
Not like most factories did, no.
Whereabouts in the plant work was the sewing room?
On the 2nd floor. The men were on the ground floor and we were up above. And when we looked through the window, we were facing the railway platforms.
Oh, the station? Yes.
And often we could see trainloads of prisoners coming in, because they often used to stop there, and we all used to go to the window to watch.
And where were they taking them to?
Oh, I don't know where they were taking them to then, but they often stopped at Doncaster.
Yeah.
But I do know that one period there were a lot on the race course. Italians, I think they were, because I'd seen them coming marching down Bennetthorpe to go there.
And you could see all that from the window of the workshop?
Yeah, we'd been high up.
Now, what about your husband? He worked at the plant
Yes.
until he retired?
Yes. Oh, he were in the RAF during the war.
And he was an upholsterer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We've got a picture here of the type of upholstery that Mr. Harris would do.
Yes, yes, yes.
The wooden carriages.
Yes.
And the upholstery.
He used to do the upholstery and the floors as well, they did.
What did they put on the floors?
Lino, or first class, I think, had carpets in them.
And he'd been an upholsterer from his
father was an upholsterer.
And he was an upholsterer. Here's another example.
Yeah, you see it run through the family.
Yes, that's right, yes. And during the beaching time, what happened to your husband then?
Oh, he got sacked.
Did he? Was that because there wasn't enough work?
Yeah. He was, I think he left the plant for about 2 years, and he got another job. And then after a bit, somebody from the plant wanted him to go back. And he said he wouldn't go back. And then a period of time went, and they asked him again. And in the end, he went back. And he went back till he was 60 when he retired.
Did he enjoy his work?
Oh, yes, yes. But they didn't get big handouts like they do now if they're made redundant.
So can you remember what year he retired?
Oh, now you're asking me. It could be in the 1960s, I'm not sure.
No, it doesn't matter. Did he know any of the famous trains?
Oh, yes.
The engines?
Yes, because he'd worked on them.
The Royal Train at all?
No, that was a special man for that.
Did the upholstery for that train?
I think it was done at the railway, but I didn't do any of it. It'd be done perhaps before I went there.
I don't think many people would know that your job was part of the plant works. People don't realise.
No, I don't think they do. They think it's all men mostly.
That's right, yes. I mean, perhaps they'd think that women were in the office.
Yeah, plenty in the offices.
But to get women doing the sort of work you were doing as well. Were there any other women working at the plant works?
No, only in the sewing room.
It was a very male-dominated...
Till the war came, then they took the place of all men that went in the forces.
That's right. And the women had to use the machines then, didn't they?
Yes.
I was speaking to one lady that became a steam hammer driver.
Oh.
And she had to learn how to use one of those.
Oh, no, I was glad where I was.
Yes. And when you went on a train journey, Marjorie, did you ever say, oh, that I've done that and I've done that?
I could remember the material, but I didn't know who'd done them, really.
No. The carriages were very, quite ornate compared to
they were now.
Yes. Was there anything you remember about work that sticks in your mind?
No, not only some people often used to get a needle, the machine needle, through the finger.
Did they?
Yeah, but I was lucky. I never had an accident at all.
No. That would be quite painful.
Yes.
I suppose it was the sort of industry
I think they had the fingers perhaps a bit too near where the needle was.
That's right, yes, yes. And were they a sewing machine like the sewing machines you'd have at home?
They were electric.
Electric,
yeah.
were they?
And there were 3 ladies who just worked on the carriage blinds. I didn't have nothing to do with the blinds.
Were any amusing things happen at work?
No, not. Because you always had your foreman. He often used to sit in his office with his door open, watching you, so you had to behave yourself.
Yes. So when did you finish work when you had your children?
Yes.
Yes. And did you then become a housewife?
Yes. For about 18 months, a foreman came one night and said, would I go back again? They were that busy. Oh, I thought about it. Oh, will you come? So I said, well, I won't come full time. I'll come and do a morning or an afternoon. So one week I'd do a morning and one week I'd do an afternoon. But it wasn't the same. And there were only one lady who I knew that were there when I was there. It were all different. I stopped about a month, but then I packed it up.
You must have been one of the first part-time workers.
Yeah, I think I was.
There's a lot more about now, isn't there?
Oh yes, there is now. I don't know whether there is a sewing room in the plant. Since I left, I've no idea.
I don't think there is now.
Not now.
Because they don't do...
No, they don't do anything there. Oh, it's sort of closed down, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Did you ever get your leg pulled by all the men, Marjorie?
Oh, when they knew I was going with another trimmer there, they used to whistle when I clocked in. Oh dear.
I suppose with being in an environment with...
You see, there were a lot of men as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not like working in a factory.
No, and you had to peg in then in the clock.
Yes.
And peg out.
And that said what time you started work, did it?
Yeah.
Were there any reasons why you could be late? Or what happened if you were late?
I can't really remember whether they stopped a bit of money if you were late. But I were never late, I will say.
Punctuality was really important.
Yeah, it was. Oh.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Marjorie.
All right, you're welcome.
Tell us about your work and remembering it all so well. Yes, that's really interesting. Thank you.
I'm glad I've helped you.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed when I've been to the schools with you.
Yes, it's amazing how the children have been interested.
Yeah, they have. And I've still got the letters they wrote me when first time I went.
That's right, yes. Well, this project is for secondary school children.
Yes.
So they're not actually going to speak to you.
Oh, I know that.
They'll see the interview and then they'll be able to, talk about it.